I'll introduce myself. So just let me know.
All right. Welcome to the Triglavian Times, the typical clusterfuck that this show is. I'm Sabbat, and today we have Kylon
Hello.
and Opus.
Howdy.
So we're gonna pretty much continue on from where TiS left off earlier this week on the show, which is kind of like us burning down everything. Um, Opus is trying to get things set up since he's got his new man cave, so he'll be back in a few. But so it kind of tailed off right around us burning our structures down and that glorious, glorious freedom we got from that. And right around that time, I mean, I know I was super excited to be kind of out of that timer hell. It was it was very taxing, I should say. um, every day having like, oh, you've got like 3 timers and it's like one to the next in like an hour and a half. I mean, I was happy those days died. It was fun content, don't get me wrong. I loved all the fighting. I just wish it was a little bit not every single day something to take care of. And multiple of them to take care of. So yeah, it was I don't know about you, Kylon. I know I myself was kind of dancing a little bit when we started shooting our own structures.
Oh yeah, I was at first a little reluctant, but at the time we had defended Harvest successfully at least a couple times,
Yeah.
and more timers came up, and I was not going to be able to be at any of them just because of the way it fell. I know one I tried to do like right after work, like didn't even leave the office. Tried to fire up Eve right there in the office, and do a defense. It didn't work too well.
Yeah.
So yeah, real life was pushing back. So yeah, I felt the structures were going to go down anyway, and or eventually they would all go down. And
Oh yeah. And a lot more people would have been burnt out than who were already burnt out on doing it.
This way, we were left with giving it some meaning rather than just fighting until they're gone.
Yeah.
We have the amazing fights, regardless of whether the structure is still there or not. We'll always remember that. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, like trying to save Banana was fun. Like that was fun playing with the Comonauts because
oh yeah,
everyone was freaking out. Like, oh, they're micro jumping around. Like, there's a shit ton of typhoons just micro jumping right on top of the fleet to constantly like fuck with them. Like I mean, those were great fun times, but it got to a point that and hell, hey Kanya, I'm Sabat. You probably know me a little bit from Cybernauts. Opus is here, and then we have Kylon. Um, but like that was so much fun. Um, like it was different. Like doing the Comonauts thing. I love the Comonauts. I mean, they're a fun bunch of guys. I mean, you guys talked about like not well, Opus did. Kylon, you and I weren't in the TIS show, but like it was fun to fly with them. I know they taught us a lot of stuff for OBS fleets, but like the battles that like we take part in to save stuff in for the Comonauts, it was just like the doctrines they'd come up with. You're like, how? Like, where did you come up with this from? This is kind of totally out of left field that no one was expecting. And it was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was great. I mean, I think that was right at the end when Banana went down was kind of like the beginning of the fuck it. Like, we're done with this shit. Like, it's too many timers, too many times where like, it'd be like 12:30, and I normally wake up at 5:30 in the morning to start up work, and it was like, yeah, I can't do this. Or completely getting gate camped trying to get to a Citadel structure, even if I left like 2 hours early.
Oh yeah, you need to leave like 6 hours early.
Yeah, and it was like gate camp, potted out, done. Yeah, it sucked. But so after that, after our burning down, we kind of had that like, I mean, at least Kybernauts did. So I can't speak for you guys in Toast. Well, it was ITC then still, but I know for us, we kind of were on this like, everyone kind of just take a vacation. Like, we're finally done. Like, it was fun to get that like little bit of breath of fresh air finally of, I'm not logging in to, do timers all day long. Kind of went back to hitting OBS fleets and,
So how long? Yeah, it wasn't long after they opened the gates where we did.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was that was like
1 month.
Yeah, it was like it was about a month. No, it was about a month and a half of timers and shit, and then it was burn it all down and we were done. Like, I mean,
So yeah, at this. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it was a vacation period. Like when we burned everything down and all our structures were finally gone, it was like, okay, cool. Like,
yeah, it definitely took I was actually on real life vacation. That's part of the problem is I wasn't going to make my family wait around 3 hours for us to head off to the beach.
right,
That's
exactly.
right where that timer was one of those timers was falling right at the time I was supposed to go on vacation. So
Yeah.
anyway,
no, I actually went on vacation too. I buggered off into the middle of nowhere, Upper Peninsula, Michigan, where I didn't even have cell service because it's my way of recharging. But
nice.
But like, yeah, it's. Oh, go ahead.
Then someone stole our Alliance while I was on vacation. But
yeah,
that's another story.
There was the ITC drama that happened. That was like a good month and a half though after everything kind of like came to a head, or a month after. I want to say it wasn't right after we burned down structures that Douche McGee came and dumped their fire at ITC.
A few days.
Oh, was?
Maybe a week after. Yeah,
I knew it wasn't like right after, but I knew they did it pretty quick.
But yeah, anyway, at the same time we let our structures burn and hoard on the kill mails, we sent a letter to CCP. Basically,
here's
our complaints. And one of the things that happened because of that letter is where they fixed seagull.
Yeah, they finally fixed seagull, which was great. I mean, I just thought it was fun that, Aurora and Swift said, they disseminated our letter around to people when we had them on the show. I mean, that was interesting, like Pochven times, like events for us to know, like, well, finding out that they actually heard that about our letter and didn't just ignore that we sent a huge letter to them. But I want to say, like, around that time after structures burning down, a lot of us went back to OBS fleets. I know Strybog started setting up their stuff in their little section of known space. We Kybernauts kind of went into OBS's, a lot of roaming, like nano gang, small gang stuff around the triangle. And we kept doing our eat fleets and random stuff, just random fun things. That was around that time, like I want to say about a month or two after structures went down and things kind of reverted back to how it was before the gates were open, where sorry, that my train of thought just lost on where I was going with that exactly. But Como
came
out.
Slow ramp up.
But it was just like it kind of went back to how it was. Like, there was no structured defenses, so a lot of people were doing OBS fleets. A lot of people were, hitting different things. And then Comonauts came out and was like, hey, home systems are off limits to us, but if we see you in space, like, you're all neutral again. Which is cool because, well, we live in a home system, but it was cool to be able to be like, hey, it kind of went back to the early days of Pochven, where we blapped everything we could see. At least with Como, which meant we just got dumpster fired if we weren't smart about how we approached them.
And I guess it was shortly after this time that crab swarms started getting established.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so what was it? That's about August-ish we're up to. And then it started getting a little interesting. With crab swarm coming in, Volta came in pretty hard. Every time someone would freak out someplace being like, oh, there's a shit ton of Kikis on D-scan. I'm like, yeah, that's Volta. Don't even bother trying to like push them off the OBS fleet. Like you're just gonna die. We had Rote Capel right after structures went down. Yep, we missed that. Rote Capel took over a couple structures in Navula.
They started to establish dominance over that whole area around Navula.
Yep. Yeah, they started doing stuff. They hop into Kino every once in a while, and sometimes we fight them. Sometimes it's, dude, you guys hopped in with like 30 people. You guys knew there was an OBS. Like, yeah, nope. We're not gonna try to log on the entire alliance to try and dumpster fire your fleet. Like, it's not worth it. But yeah, they started doing a lot of stuff out of Navula. And that was interesting. And I know it wasn't just Crab Swarm and Volta. I know there's a couple other groups. Well, there's Golem Guy. We all know Golem Guy. But I know there was a couple other alliances that had fleets running besides just Volta and Goons. I think Rote was doing them too, and I want to know. I want to say I'm missing someone else.
I guess Horde was slowly picking it up around the same time, and
Yeah.
NSH.
Oh, there we go. Yep, it was NSH. Because I know there was some fleets that like you'd see, and then you wouldn't see them for like another month, and then all of a sudden you'd see them fleeting up again for like a whole weekend.
Yeah, and observatories as an income doesn't seem to be something that anyone really wants to sustain long term.
No, because anyone hot drops on you, and unless you did like the little shack that I'd fly for OBSs was it was well over $1 billion. And it's like, so if I didn't do 4 OBSs beforehand, like replacing it was not cheap.
Well,
Or is
yeah,
it pocketbook?
even though you only need 7 or 8 people to brawl the site,
Yep.
It became necessary for you to have the 15 plus support if you wanted to have any chance at all.
You wanted 15 inside, and then you wanted sabers and people that could mess with people outside.
Yeah,
the
victors and
flashpoint
victors in the first room.
Yep. Just to make
And
sure
that's kind of the way they're done now. Very few fleets go out with less than 15 anymore.
Yeah.
Most of them have more.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know when we do them every once in a while. I know people log in their alts and stuff just to sit outside. And there's some people that willingly just go like, I'll just stay outside. Like if I can get a fight, I'd rather be outside and get a fight for PvP content than get the 250 million is. So,
yep.
So we kind of we started going that way. Like at least we did. I know you guys kind of follow the same route since you toasty boys do a lot of the same stuff we do.
And as we're seeing an increase in people running observatories, we're also seeing an increase in PvP. Small gang and mid gang, as it were.
I don't see as much mid gang during this, up to even to now. Mid gang happens every once in a while, but I still feel like a lot of times it's it is less than 10 folks on each side fighting each other, or sometimes it's 10 people just all hot dropping on one person and watching them die in a ball of fire. But like mid-kings, yeah, here and there, but I'd still say less than 10 people like roaming around is a lot more common.
And that, you know, they also, it was around this time that they took the drifter, or they took a lot of stuff off the gates, NPC wise.
Yep. Yeah, and now everything's at the sud.
So yeah, you won't find the drifters on the gates anymore. It made it a lot easier to camp a gate.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I'd say you're more likely to encounter a capsuleer than a NPC on a gate now.
Right. You are. But the crummy side of it is not being able to just drop bubbles on the gates and watch people die to the NPCs, because that was always funny. I may or may not have bubbled up gates before and sat 100 off in a cloaky ship just watching people get nuked by NPCs. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So that was kind of like that, that was that intermittent period though, like, things were kind of going like this. Null blocks coming in to make quick coin, roaming the triangle, just to do Oz fleets. Yeah, I want to say there was a slight uptick in a lot of PvP content. Like a lot more people were fighting. I know some guys like went balls to the walls on fighting, and sometimes it's just like, holy fuck, like you guys did this, like you did this today, and you did it solo, like you killed like 30 people, like flying through the triangle, like all different, some people you could tell were new bros that were still in NPC corps, and then like you'd see random like null block like players on their Zco board being like, damn, and one of the guys was doing it constantly in a pacifier, just solo killing, solo ganking. It was just like, okay, I can get behind it. I mean, it was fun. It was like, I still think that has rolled on till today of this fun, like, as was said on the TIS episode, like it was a fun time. It has become a very fun time for small gang, nano gang, like pew pew.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be set up in favor of that kind of play. I've had some really notable bubble camps from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And with with all the traffic in here now, you catch a lot of people. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. And then okay, so now we're drifting kind of right towards Totality Day, trying to catch up to present day time. So we're drifting towards Totality Day. I know a lot of Totality Day stuff. I mean, we had a pre-Totality Day episode. If you guys haven't watched it, we had a post-Totality episode. If you haven't watched it, we drifted towards Totality Day, and there's a lot more content starting to pop up in Pochven, which was fun. Because we started, all the events started popping off, and even groups that aren't part of our, as Zero loves to call it, our blue triangle, like a lot of groups were contributing or helping out with that stuff, and that was it helped because there's more things going on in the triangle, which made it more fun, more PPUs, and that was great. And now we're post Totality Day, the past what, almost like just about a month, almost a month now, post Totality Day. Now we've gotten into like there's some defending goon structures, which that was interesting. We did not participate in that. Well, we had one person.
How did goons get their structures? I guess we left that part out.
Oh yeah, well, because they did the ultimatum. Goons did the like, hey, you buy it, like we'll buy this off you, or we're gonna just blow it up. And so a lot of people just said, okay, well, how much do you want for it? And basically did the buying of structures, which, I mean, they got some structures. I don't know how many are left of the structures they got, but I know they got a couple.
They've lost one. They lost one into Newton.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that was last weekend.
Yeah. That was when a lot of fun ships went out and shot other structures.
Yeah, I feel like all structures in Pochven got refed during that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there. But we can get to that. But yes, goons bought some structures. Some people just gave up their structures because they knew that it'd be a pain. Anyways, because I think that looming in the back a lot of people's minds was the triangles are going to try and make sure that we can delete the rest of the structures off the grid, especially if like people from those alliances in the triangle didn't have access to the structure. Like they definitely were going to shoot at those structures. So yeah, goons got their structures. Yeah, they just lost one of their structures. We shot a few structures. We had some fun shooting some structures ourselves. I came out with, I just call it what is it? The yeet cannon. It's my polarized bomber. It's a glass cannon.
I tried to loot a little bit, but man, Pandemic Horde, there's some loot hounds, man.
Yeah. I normally when the structure grid goes, there's either one or two things that happens. Either I just leave the grid the second the structure's dead, or I'm there after switching ships into something fast and speedy to try and blow up the, all the little rats and cockroaches that show up to steal as much as they can as quick as they can. And 90% of the time I just get the fuck off grid and I don't even want to be there. Because it's just such a goddamn clusterfuck.
Yeah, we actually saw time dilation into Newton during that time. During that battle.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in that battle.
600. When everyone was there, I think it was 600 ships on D-scan.
I'm here.
It opens his back.
Sorry about
that. But yes, folks in chat, Smokey does need to die. Needs to happen. It can't be shot by my Domovic roaming fleet. It's not enough to ref it. But yeah, no. I mean, that was a funny weekend. There was some little hiccups here and there. With shooting structures that we probably shouldn't have shot in. But that was it was just like fuck it, we want to shoot every goddamn structure. So there was some little hiccups here and there where there was some questions asked and it was like, my bad, we just kind of fucking shot it. we were hungry to shoot things. But yeah, no, I do think the triangle, and those people who love Pochven, I don't care if you're a nullsecker, but you love spending time in here or whatever. Or if you're some faction warfare, or even if you're EM, just fucking, we need to burn the rest of the structures down. I know Smokey's going to be a hard point for EM and shit to handle that. We need to blow it up, but I would love to see no more structures because that would be so nice.
We will get there one day.
Yeah. All right, Shagath. Smokey is EM structure in Angimon. Needs to die. But it was like last weekend. Yeah, we shot a lot of structures. I mean, it was kind of a bummer that the structure went down in Tunedin. I mean, I know it's a defensive fleet and it's goons, and that's more of a Strybog thing than a Kybernauts or Toast thing. But it would have been fun if the full if there could have just been a roll right after that happened to pretty much every structure in Pochven getting refed. Like that would have been so nice. Because everyone would be spread so thin. You're not going to cover what I think there's like 30. Isn't there like 30, like high 30s structures left in Pochven?
It's around there.
I know a lot. I mean, I know it cut down from like 80 something to like in the 30s just from us burning our own shit. So. Yes, Otella is full of Astros. We shot a lot of those. We shot a lot of those Astros.
We had fun shooting them too.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, I had a lot of fun shooting them. Had a lot of fun chats with people, and like I was getting random PMs while it was going on. And like, hey, we've got like 30 people in our fleet. Let us know if anyone tries to hot drop on your fleet roughing structures. We'll try to help you out. Like, it was funny. Like, people I've never spoken to ever before. And they're from null blocks and stuff. Just been like, hey, like, you need help? Just let us know. But that kind of leads us up pretty much to today. I mean, a lot of our, like, if you watch the TIS episode, like, yeah, there's a lot going on right at the beginning times. Like, there's a lot of history, a lot of things going on, but like even today, there's a fuck ton of stuff going on. Like, you know, I think we've said it multiple times on this show. Like, you wait 15 minutes and Pochven politics changes all of a sudden. You can be best.
True.
You could be best buddies with this corp, and all of a sudden they do something, and the entire triangle turns on them.
Oh yeah, there's a incursion
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
Pochven.
Which is nuts, right? I think it's the first incursion we've had since the space has been created.
Yeah, none of us knew it could happen.
Well, now we do, when there's a crap ton of people, that are in Pochven trying to run these, getting ready to run them. So I expect an uptick in all kinds of content for anybody that wants to PvP hunt, in Poch for the next coming days.
Maybe it's something new they added recently.
Possibly.
Hopefully, it would happen more often.
It would definitely be a good thing to have, this kind of content coming that attracts other people that usually don't come into Pochman.
Yeah.
Because, again, more people that don't know the mechanics, the better off it is for us in our kill boards and for us having fun. And mission run and incursion runners have nice blingy ships.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
If they come in with their bowheads with a shit ton of ships, yes, blow them all up.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, I would love to blow up a bowhead full of like their blingy ass marauders and just be like 3 marauders.
3 vindicators worth, like 2 bill a piece, 3 bill a piece.
They're probably pushing above 3 bill. I looked at trying to get into incursions just for the funsies, and like some of their fits that they're flying, I was like, dude, I bought a Marshall like a dumbass. I'm not going to spend that much. Like, if it's not an Icky, I am not buying a ship that costs that much. It's just not worth it. Like, I mean, I can fly every Marauder now. Woo! I'm so excited about that. But I don't want to spend the like multi-billions to make that ship nice and fun. But yeah, no, the incursions, I hope it stays. I think that's a cool thing. It's a nice addition, and it makes sense. Like, Trigs don't like Sancho's Nation either, so it makes sense that they're including incursions into Pochven space. Like, it doesn't seem out of place.
No, it seems perfect. I think this is one of the best lore things we've seen in a while, and I would like CCP to start doing some more of this. I wouldn't mind if there was some type of incursion from like Edencom or something in the trig space or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we kind of have the Zertrade flashpoints already, but that's different. Like, I'd like to see a day, multi-phase, type of thing across multiple systems, and that kind of go on the edge of like Pochven and whatever high sec, low sec it used to be connected to, right?
Right. No, I mean, I love the idea. I love that they brought something different in because, well, we've beat this dead horse into a fine glue in every single episode. There is nothing really besides some mining fields, OBS fleets, and then grinding standings, and that's really it. So I love this edition because it's something different. It's not the same old, same old. And if it brings scrubs in to die to us, I'm all for it. I mean, maybe the low sec and null sec incursion runners be better off, but if any of those high sec incursion runners come in, gonna be a bad day for them.
And we're seeing probably once a week we see a new group come in to either just putt around and fight or run observatories. Like there's an EOS fleet now. I'm sure y'all have seen the EOS fleet.
I haven't seen that one.
They've been camping, or at least this weekend, they camped the gate in Uranichi for like hours.
Oh, I know there's been a lot more gate camping going on.
Yeah.
I mean, the one problem with me is I love my little home system.
Oh yeah, I need to make a shout out to the Totality Squad for Duncan Golem Guy.
Oh, dude, when I saw that, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like everyone, I think it was almost on every single Trig-based alliance's Discord that he got
Oh
done.
yeah.
I think everyone posted it because it's just funny.
Yeah, I hate I missed that one. Shit.
Yeah, I wish I could have joined that one. That would have been fun. Man, no,
I've been busy with the Halloween sites.
yeah, a lot of people have been doing that. The Halloween sites are interesting. I love all the loot drop. I mean, it's great if you're a PvP hunter. Get lots of extra goodies because it's what, like 90% drop rate. But yeah, no, yeah.
I may or may not have blown up a 2.2 billion Tengu with a 1 point something billion pod, and then I got it all back. Like every single thing dropped, all but one heavy missile launcher.
Oh yeah, that expensive heavy missile launcher.
Oh yeah, it costed me 300 million to replace it. It was glorious.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, no, there's a lot of gate camping going on. I think that's interesting because it's hey, that's how you can catch OBS fleets. I mean, Kylon, you were there for Dalvik Swarm. Like you saw us you saw like, oh, it was kind of empty, and we were all expecting gate camps because things were going on at that time because it was right before we were showed approving. And like we squeaked through, but then there was, Care Bear's Revenge where, we got pincered by two different, 20-man fleets that were mainly out there for OBSs.
Oh yeah. Someone
Like,
says we should talk about the force auxiliaries blown up. So yeah, there's I don't know what happened there. It looks like they tried to escalate.
yeah, but they lost I want to say they lost a lot of faxes. It wasn't a small number. It was like 8 or 9.
I think it was a dread and several fax.
Yeah, I want to say when I looked at that battle report, there was it was high single digits. Like it was like 7, 8, or 9 faxes that died. Oh, and a faction fax. Yeah, I didn't realize the faction fax.
So not only can it never be replaced, it was super rare too.
Yeah.
So it's probably definitely the only. Well, I'm not gonna say definitely the only, but
do you know what's sad?
Fight to happen.
You won't find many of those.
Do you know what's sad is I've been tempted on multiple occasions to buy a freighter in Pochven. And every time I look at it up on contract, I'm like, it's like 10 billion ISK for a freighter. And I own a freighter, and I spent like 3 on it. It's basically the ship.
Yeah, I mean they're terrifying, but you can use them. You can't take them out.
No.
Or you can ask CCP to move them out for you, I think. But why would you do that?
I don't know.
You've never I think the rules with that though is like if you've ever flown it like inside a Pochven though, right? Like if you've ever used it, like I don't think they'll move it for you, right? Because that means you've done something to it. Like you didn't log in one day and go, crap, I come back to the game, there's my freighter, right?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. That is the only situation where they'll move it for you.
Yeah, I see that still to this day on Reddit. Every time I'm scrolling through Reddit, I will see it's not all the time anymore, but like every once in a while when I'm sitting on my phone at work flipping through Reddit, I'll come across all my stuff is in this weird area of space now. How do I get it out? And almost everyone's like, fire sale it for 60% of what it's worth, and I'll buy it off you. And I really want to be like, I'll buy it for you for 70%. But like, yeah, only then if CCP can verify that, hey, you're kind of in a fuck situation. You literally came back after years of not playing, or well, now it's years, yeah, because Pochven's been around for over a year now. But only then can you actually play the hey, I am stuck card and get your shit out with CCP's help.
Yeah, I've seen a few people come on in local and then be like, hey, you like into Newton, for example, formerly low sec system that was near Cheetah. So I see people come on, they're like, what the fuck has happened? How do I get out of here? They're like, the gates are not operational.
Yep.
And
I love that stuff. I mean, I can't say anything because we dumpstered some of those people, but that was in the days of the gates requiring standings. Like I still kind of want to talk to the dude that yeeted the Orca into Pochven and he ended up in Kino.
Oh yeah.
And we just dumpstered him because he warped to the gate to leave and he had no standings at all. And that was when you still need 3.0 to go into Navula
Just
or
to get out of it.
yep, Navula or Otella, you needed 3.0 and he was stuck on the gate. He literally bounced off the gate. But like, and we did that. I want to say we did that with a couple of our guys I know. I think got on the kill for a Kaldari freighter that was in Kino. Dude thought he was gonna get out, didn't do anything, and just came out with his freighter and got dumpstered. But yeah, I don't know. Today's Pochven is a fun, like, to me it's a fun place. And for those of you that have had a certain player set for red for a while, pay attention to your personal standings on this player because he's no longer a blue.
Just let it out of the bag, huh?
Oh, I'm letting this cat out of the bag. Tiger Space the Dark. Yeah, he's free money. Start the hunt.
So look, if we shoot you, it's not our fault anymore. We're not blue.
Yeah, he's no longer blue. So if you want to make some coin, I will buy corpses off of you. I'm not gonna say how much yet because it just depends how many corpses I end up with. But but he's already started killing our own. He's already started killing Kybernauts. So we're attacking them and they've been getting away. But yeah, he recently went bye. So free game, guys. I know most of Strybog had him red already. So yeah, politics is always changing.
Gotta respect the undeviating aggression of this guy.
Oh yeah, I mean
it's true.
He's a murderer, but
Tiger is a killer. He's a PvPer. He likes to solo a lot. Like I can't knock his way of play is probably, if we had more people like Tiger, it would be even more of a deadlier space to be in, right? Yeah. So I applaud his.
I don't even have to tell you what fit he's flying. We already know.
It's a Heck-8.
It's a Heck-8.
Max DPS.
Yeah, but there are so many holes. Like I've already been formulating fun ways to catch Tiger. I mean, come on.
In the hope that he'll fly something different.
Yeah. I don't think he can fly anything besides Heck-8s, though.
We'll soon find out.
There was those couple of weird times that he flew a Logi Nestor.
Oh, don't bring up the Nestors, please. Don't. I don't want to get into like pure drama stuff, but he has done some things that made people question why they loaned a ship to him. To say the least.
But I think though, if you look at Tiger's history in the Eve, you look at like where he came up flying, like it can be quite a culture shock for someone being a solo player, trying to integrate into a group, trying to do different types of gameplay you've never done, right? I mean, it's a lot of us are jacks of all different type of trades, different types of ships. I like to fly all different types, Logi, PvP, all these things. But some people, like we'll use Tiger example, like he was literally a solo PvP pilot
Hmm.
and without any alts. So that was all his gameplay was. And it definitely shows his skill and his ability. Was I don't think anyone can say that he's not a good pilot. Yeah, he preys on those that he finds the weak ones, but I mean we applaud predators that do that, right? It's just his gameplay. But I think that we could probably use again, like I said, a few more tigers in Pochven, but
Yep.
at the same time, you know, this is a social game, and I get that people want to be in groups and you know things of that nature.
Hmm.
But again, we're not handling his Diplo no more. So if he
Yeah,
shoots you, calls you names, please report to CCP if it's bad. But it's not us no more.
yeah, we're not handling this. Don't force it towards Carbonauts, Diplo, or I'm not handling it either. So he causes a problem uh, to CCP, or just bait him and kill him.
Yeah, just shoot him. If you have a problem with him, shoot him. That's actually his preferred gameplay. Just
Yeah,
shoot him.
yeah. No, so yes, as we started earlier in the show, politics is always changing in Triangle Land. Um, but yeah, no, it it'll be interesting because that's another target to shoot, but it's also someone that hey, there's gonna be a lot of people out there, as there has been for the past few months, of just hey, let's hunt, let's have fun. And I like that. I mean, I always say like we're at least who I fly with. Well, one of those people aren't in Cybernauts either anymore, but like who I normally would do stuff with in small game, nano game stuff, it's like all cloaky hunting. Like cloak up and have fun. And even if you're not shooting anything, like at least you're calling out like, hey, dude, I'm like now that everything's on the suns instead of on the gates. There's times where I'll go to the sun grid and I'll start creeping towards where this person constantly has a safe saved at, and I'll creep closer and closer and closer until I get there, and I'm like, all right, you guys want to kill him? He just warped to me now. So the gameplay is constantly changing, but it's still fun PvP. Like I love it and I hate it. I wish I could, clone jump, but I don't really care that I can't clone jump.
Postman encourages a balanced approach to both
Yeah, you can't be two balls to the
PvP
walls.
and PvP.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to spend all your time crabbing. You probably don't want to. If you spend all your time fighting, you probably will eventually run out of money. So,
Yep. Yeah. No. Because yeah, you lose stuff, but I mean, I crab to a point, but that's just because home mineral fields are fun to mine. That and that and fun to just sit in. I've spent hours sitting in like Cloaky Legions and Pacifiers, just sitting on grid waiting for dumb high sec miners that are like, oh, Pochven ore, and I just sit and wait until they pop in. Like that's my prefer. Like yeah, I might be wasting hours just sitting around in the home field waiting for a dumbass to fly in, but like, hey, I kill you and typically pod express you out. Like I'm having my fun, and other times I'll end up mining the home field because it's good minerals. All right. Well, Opus and I have things to do in about 15 minutes, so let's get into something a little bit different, really quick before we kind of wrap this up. Unless there's anything else you want to cover, Kylon, because I mean the past few months, since the destruction of our structures by ourselves, leading up to now, besides Totality Day, um, it's not too crazy packed with stuff, but there is some stuff that I don't think I missed. I don't think we missed anything, unless there's anything else that I'm just forgetting.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Opus might know more, but Opus wasn't here for a lot of it. So, all right, let's kind of switch gears a little bit. So those of you that are in the Triglavians Times Discord, um, I'm thinking possibly next weekend is my plan because I got donated more Domovics after my first Domovic swarm, so I'm back up to over 100 Domovics to hand out for free. So pay attention. We're gonna do another swarm because the vote was for swarm around the triangle again because we had fun doing that. So I'm thinking next weekend. I don't know if we're gonna do it on a Saturday or a Sunday. I'll take votes and we'll probably try to accommodate times. The best for most people. I don't know if we'll do 1800 Eve time again or something like that. So people can hop in, have fun, Domovic swarming it up. Because that was a fun time. All right, let's see. Anything else? Any fun kills or anything fun you guys want to talk about recently? I know Opus has his glorious man cave that he's probably excited to finally be able to finish sometime in the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's done. I'm so happy. Yeah, I've actually just set the computer up. I've not had a gaming rig in 3 weeks. Actually, a little over 3 weeks now. So I can finally get back into Eve and shoot people. So if you haven't seen anything on the kill boards and I've been absent, that's the reason why. So expect me coming back hard this next week. I'm ready to shoot stuff and kill things. I do want to say one more thing about activity, right? That I observed. I feel like with Pochven and the politics that comes into play and the activities that happen, right? I feel like we have seasons in Pochven, and they kind of align with sort of influence of what's happening around us, but also like the incursions now. And I would like to see more seasons inside Pochven, either through CCP or through more drama, politics breaking out within outside of our region and kind of affecting us a little bit. I used to see that as an annoying thing, but seeing the last few months, and not saying we didn't have any content, but I think Pochven is one of these places that relies on content being you know, kind of created, like any
Yep.
part of E for sure. I kind of want to like see us a little bit like oh darn, just my mind went blank. Pravi block, right? Like when no one's doing something to Pravi block's like dead. But when everybody wants to shoot Pravi block, it becomes an action-packed place to be.
Yeah.
So Pochman's just like that. So
Well,
I just wanted to get that in.
That's the current politics right now. Is everyone like right now? I think all triangles are uniting behind the. I want to burn everything fucking down. Like, no one wants to see structures anymore. And that's cool. Like, I'm all behind it. Like, yeah, we have to create our content, but yeah, I think right now the current movement of destroying all structures, and making it a structureless like area of space where it is at that point, what Thera, just with more systems than Thera. It's fine for me.
Yep.
I personally don't care that there's going to be systems that don't have a single NPC structure. Cool. I also kind of we do need to start getting more people into the Kybernet Discord, not Kybernet, the Triglavian Time Discord, because I do think we are going to start hosting more like, hey, if you got beef with people and you want to settle it, like Como
Fight Club.
Yep, the Como Fight Club at the arena.
Okay, so I'll be putting in a submission this week. Let me and Kylon go head to head in a 1v1 cruiser battle. Winner, takes all type of situation. We'll break the terms up.
But yeah, no. I mean that was fun. I mean, kills. Let's see. Let's go. Let's start wrapping up because Opus and I have things to take care of today, unfortunately. I gotta look up my Z kill board. So.
I have nothing in 3 weeks, so I don't have any kills.
I mean, I had my last kills are from the Domovic swarm. I just realized my last kills because we shot at structures. We we did other things, but I haven't PvP'd because I mean some of you guys know I own structures on alt, so I have things to take care of. But I still hop into Pochven as often as I can. So, but I
I think
just
my best, or my best, and probably only. No, I've had a few recently. That was part. We killed part of the EOS fleet yesterday. We hit a Nestor and a Rapier. And that was pretty cool.
oh
I was
nice.
expecting a little bit more of a battle, but I'll take a 2 billion Nestor kill.
Oh yeah, dude, who doesn't like a 2 billion Nestor kill?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when we moved structures, like when we destroyed our structures, I moved a lot of my blingier stuff out because I was like, I don't have a free place to repair this anymore. Like, if it takes damage, I'm gobbling up like huge amounts of ISK just to repair it.
Can we have Beta on one day? I don't know. He's on the other side of the world from us.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's awake at this time. Let's see.
He's kind of hit. He's kind of hard to hit. It's just like I was going to have Freighter on at one point, but Freighter has stepped away from the game and taking his break. But it was always, it's New Zealanders and Aussies and people in that time zone on that side of the world is kind of at that point it's like, oh, I'm doing a show at 9 o'clock at night, and all the Euro bros can't hop on Twitch and watch and comment, or I'm doing it at this time where US and Euro bros can take part. But all right, let's kind of start wrapping up on this one. Anything else? Any last comments? I mean, I want to shout out all the triangles. Period. It's been fun since Totality Day. We've been doing a lot of different crazy fun things. So all triangles are my shout out today.
I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my leadership team in Kybernauts. I've been away for 3 weeks. I've not been away, but I've not been able to physically like log into the game and physically do a lot of things just because of my life and all this stuff. And it's really good. It's for my psyche, and it's really good for the health of our alliance that I can walk away and be able to be deal with real life and know that we got things covered behind the scenes. So if you're a officer, leader, a person that just steps up and does things in the alliance, thank you guys. You're one less stress I had all my life.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's been better for everyone. Now we only fly when we want to. No one has a button to press that makes us show up at a certain time. Uh, so that's definitely liberating, and definitely enjoyed the game a lot more since then.
Yeah, now it's more of hey, like, we're planning to do this. Who wants to join? Who wants to hop on? Let's go have fun.
Fights
Instead
are spontaneous instead of scheduled.
Yeah, well, there's some scheduling. But yeah. The last thing I wanted to say is, okay, so if you guys are on the Triglavian Times Discord, I'll actually post it really quick in here. Maybe. No, it's going to be too annoying. If you're not on the Triglavian Times Discord and you want to take part in, well, I've got like 110 Domovics to hand out again. I'm back up to my original number when I did my last fleet. We will be doing it next weekend. And then the other thing, don't brain fart on this one. I think I just brain farted it. Damn it. Oh, we are going to be, because AT is this weekend, next weekend. AT will be done. So in 2 weeks, I know I said this at the end of last episode that I was going to have Alexia Card from Declarations of War on to do Hello Kitty Online Eve 2.0 with Opus. And I completely forgot that AT was going to be wrapping up, and Alexia Card is a backup announcer, so he really can't not be around to potentially fill in. So he will be taking part in 2 weeks when we do the next show. So it should be a funny, entertaining, meme-filled show. And probably, I have a feeling Andy Astronaut will be on there because he has giggles between Opus's and Alexis's banter back and forth. So it should be a fun episode in about 2 weeks. But otherwise, triangles, have fun, fly safe, well, fly dangerous, murder everyone that's not a triangle. And we can take this as a peace out, boys.
See y'all.
All right, dude. Appreciate it. I got to go pop into pregame with Gemini, and then I'll be in Fireside.
Yep, sounds good.